Today's lesson is on subtracting integers. Before we go there, let's do a little review. In our math journals, we wrote down the definition of an integer as a whole number or counting number that is either positive, negative, or zero. We also discussed opposites. We have opposite operations. Addition is opposite from subtraction in our operations. We also have opposite signs. We have positive and negative signs. In addition, we learned that when we add a positive to a positive, the answer is positive. When we add a negative to a negative, the answer is negative. And when we add a positive to a negative, the answer can either be positive, negative, or zero. Examples. If we have 3 plus negative 2, the answer is positive 1. We always take the sign of the largest of the two numbers. 3 is larger than 2. If we add 3 plus negative 4, the answer is a negative 1. Again, we take the sign of the larger of the two numbers. 4 is larger than 3. The answer is negative 1. And then we have 3 plus negative 3 is 0. Now let's get to our subtracting integer lesson. Now we're going to subtract or take away integers using models. This operation will give us the difference between two numbers. Let's evaluate our problem of 6 minus 2. We're going to use positive signs to represent positive numbers and negative signs to represent negative numbers. So we start with 6 positive signs. And then we simply take away 2 positive signs. And our answer is 4, the remaining signs. That's easy. You've been able to do that for years. But how do we subtract integers when the second number is larger than the first? If our problem is 3 take away 5, what do? As before, we're going to start with 3 positive signs. But we don't have enough positive signs to take away like we did in the first example. Let's think. That's where zero pairs comes in. We include 2 sets of 0 pairs, so we have enough positive signs to subtract or take away 5 positive signs. Remember, 0 pairs do not change the value of the equation. Our answer is negative 2 because we have 2 negative signs left. In our final example, let's evaluate 5 minus negative 3. We start with the 5 positive signs, our first number. But we don't have any negative signs to take away. Let's think. Again, we will use 0 pairs. We include 3 sets of 0 pairs, so we have enough negative signs to subtract or take away. Again, remember that 0 pairs do not change the value of the equation. So now let's evaluate 5 minus negative 3. Now we can subtract or take away the 3 negative signs, and the answer is the remaining signs. We have 8 positive signs left, so our answer is 8. There is actually a rule, as with other processes we have learned. Please get out your math journals and write the rule and some examples. To subtract, you simply add the opposite. It's that easy. Notice we were subtracting 3 negatives. Well, we ended up adding 3 positives. So we added the opposite. Does that make sense? As always, this video lesson will be uploaded to our school website. You can review it as many times as you want by simply accessing our classroom information and subtracting integers video. Study hard, review it as many times as you need. Get a good night's sleep. We have a test on Friday.